everybody. I'm live. It's the infamous Kiki, live and in color, headed to work. Um, Headed to work, y'all. Got my hair on, got my hair on, got my hair did. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope y'all can hear me. Oh no, okay. I hope y'all can hear me. Is this bitch on? Are we live? Anyway, welcome to my channel. It is me, the infamous Kiki. I'm live from the car. Y'all know how I do from the car, but let me make sure my volume, my levels is up. I gotta turn off my ringtone because, my phone be ringing. Sorry, y'all, but my phone be ringing. Anyway, I got people delivering a new stove today. Isn't that exciting? But anyway, hey everybody, I hope you can hear me, see me. Welcome to Infamous Kiki. Welcome to my channel. I'm driving to work, y'all. Y'all know I go to work on certain days of the week. I have to go in the office, but mostly I work from home. This is my YouTube channel where I watch shows live. I do movie reviews. I particularly watch 90 Day, if we're talking about reality shows, 90 Day Fiance, Love During Lockup, Life After Lockup, all the lockups, all the ups. I normally do not do gossip. I normally do not give a flip about gossip. When I watch these shows, I try to stay away from what's on social media or what's in the gossip streets. Honestly, I don't watch any gossip for anything. Like, I don't do celebrity gossips. I don't do celebrities. I know these people ain't really real celebrities, but they close enough. And so I try to watch these shows because I don't want to be tainted by what's on social media or what's happening behind the scenes, because that kind of taints like your view of it. And so I try to go in watching these shows fresh-eyed and blind and try to keep away from the gossip BS, because again, if you start knowing what's going on behind the scenes in these people's lives or what's happening on the internet, it starts tainting your view of this person. And I don't want to watch the show knowing, well, I already know about this person and they did such and such. I want to go in just watching what I'm watching on the show and then judge from there. So lately in these streets, thank y'all for thumbs up. Make sure y'all please thumb up, like the video. I like to say, oh yeah, I like to say hi to all my new subscribers. Hi, how are you today? I've gained several new subscribers. I'm on my way to 700, so make it to 1,000. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by March. We will see if that happens. I don't know how people are finding me, so put it in the comments. Like, how are you finding me? Out of just YouTube? Is YouTube recommending me for once? Yeah, please subscribe. If you're watching this, you're not subscribed, please subscribe, because I do videos at least once a week, y'all. I'm trying to do it more since the holiday seasons are over. But yeah, this is my gossip. There's some things that have come to light, and I will for sure put links in the description. Social media pages, other YouTubers who've covered this. I know I don't, like I said, I don't watch that much gossip. I like shout out to According to Amber because I love her, and that's where I get my information. Shout out to Aunties Advice, Starcasm, Geo Malak. Geo been on it too. If y'all not watching these channels, please watch these channels, okay? But we're gonna break it down and give my take. And and I went back and watched people's videos and read things online so I can get it straight. So the first person I'm going to talk about, if you guys watched Love During Lockup last season, y'all will for sure remember Harry and Indy. Indy was the African-American black lady. She was like in her early 30s. Harry was like in his 20s. Harry was a Hispanic dude, and they were on 2 seasons because Harry actually got out, and him and Indy tried to make it work, and it did not work, and he ended up cheating on her with some other lady named Terry and ended up living with her, spoiler alert. So if y'all remember Harry and Indy from Love During Lockup and Life After Lockup, or Love After Lockup, whatever it's called, it has been reported recently, like as of I believe 2 weeks ago, that Harry actually got arrested. He was arrested at 3 o'clock in the morning, driving a car. He had a gun underneath his car. He had alcohol. He was clearly intoxicated. And he has a slew of charges and a high bond, and he's supposed to go to court again. I will leave links to all of this where you guys can go get all of the dirt and information yourself. Um, Terry or whatever girlfriend or somebody online is claiming that we don't know the full story and that he was trying to help her and everything like that. Look. I don't know where he was or who car he was driving at 3 o'clock in the morning. It turns out that Harry, he don't even have a license. So, and he's in Ohio, I believe in the Cleveland area, and he don't even have a license. Like, why are you driving a car and you don't have a license? And so some chick was online making excuses for him, and I'm glad Indy got out of that situation, and she really died. Her and her daughter dodged a bullet. Harry wasn't shit. When Harry came out of jail, he was having sex with some other chick in a halfway house, and I think that was that girl Terry. And Terry, if you're watching this, shout out, girl. And again, he got a slew of charges. He drug an officer. The officer tried to stop him, and he actually kept on driving, and I guess drugged the officer. And so, yeah, he's in a whole heap of trouble. He was already on parole. So he's not supposed to have a weapon, doesn't have a driver's license. So whatever. So whatever excuse that this chick is trying to make, or whatever chick it is online, it's just an excuse that he was trying to help her out or whatever. At 4 o'clock in the morning? What help do you need at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning? If you need to be picked up, then you need an Uber. First of all, don't no dude need to be driving your car. Again, I'm going to say this right now about this little old situation. We going underneath the tunnel. It's going to get a little dark. Y'all cuddle up. It's dark. Oh, my God. But I'm going to just say right now, I'm a hood chick who's been in this situation. I had a dude that come out of jail. He was driving my car. So, again, other bloggers may have their own perspective, but I have mine. As a chick who's dated a felon, who's dated somebody that went to prison, who was out doing dirt in my car. This is a long time ago, in my 20s. I'm almost 50 now. But you can't tell me nothing. This chick is online talking about, y'all don't know the full story. And he was helping me. And girl, bye. Okay? If that wasn't his car, which is, he doesn't have a license. I don't know if it's car or not. I'm saying it is probably not. He probably was driving somebody's car, friend or that chick's car. Terry, they said that he's not with Terry, but then kind of is. He probably barely living with her and probably seeing 3, 4 other chicks on the side. Let me tell you what the game is, okay? So, stop me if I'm wrong, because I know dudes like this. I know dudes like this now in my own family. He may have been going back and forth to her house, another chick's house, his mama house, his sister house, whatever, the trap house, whatever. And then, he should have been drinking and driving anyway. He could have hurt somebody. And then he's trying to hell shouldn't have a firearm as a felon. And he's trying to hell when the police officer told him to stop. He should have stopped. He could have lost his life. That police could have pulled out a gun and shot him. The way these police out here keep killing minorities, child, he could have lost his life. Over what? Well, he was trying to help me out. 3 or 4 o'clock, we was picking you up from work. Girl, you better take an Uber. You can't take an Uber? Girl, okay. Harry said a lot of nasty things about a lot of bloggers online. He went at a lot of people. And so, look, karma's a bitch. Shit happens. And again, if he was working a job somewhere, sitting his ass at the house working a job, I'd have to go to work in the morning. I can't be driving around drunk, hanging out with my friends, or come from my boy's house or whatever. Look, I know the game. These chicks may come online and they may say whatever they want to say on social media and try to pawn this stuff off to y'all good people who don't know. But I didn't live this. I didn't live that life. And deep down inside, as a woman, you know when your man ain't shit. And Harry's not it. Like, Harry came out of prison, messed around with Indy's life, and what was no good. Was no good. So, that's all I can say about that. Again, in the description, I'll post links. Y'all can go look up the charges. Y'all can watch the videos yourself, whatever. But that's all I can say about that. The next couple we are going to talk about is Gabby and Chris. This is going to be an ongoing situation. Gabby and Chris, last season of Love During Lockup, and this season, just in case you don't watch the show. Gabby and Chris have been an explosive couple because people don't like Gabby because she talked too goddamn much. She's rude. Um, she's stuck up and rude for some reason. I don't know why. Because again, if you in my community section, you see the picture I posted on that last episode of where she was living, and I was like, "Girl, this where you living?" And you have the nerve to be talking about Chris's family. The fuck are you living? You ain't talking about the sister living in the hood, the mama living in the hood, the brother living in the hood. I'm like, ma'am, I don't know what Jersey got going on, but baby, I'm in Texas. We don't live like that in Texas. I ain't lived no apartment complex that look like that since I was in my 20s. So anybody talking about somebody living in the hood, I don't know what kind of neighborhood she live in. I ain't never been to New Jersey. I don't know what it's about. But just from the aerial shot of the apartment complex that she living in that little ass apartment that she living in, girl, you had the nerve to be talking about what kind of car you drive? Girl, you shouldn't be worried about what kind of car you drive. You should be getting your ass a job, and you should be trying to get out of that apartment complex looking like good times. I'm just saying. People in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. But anyway, I digress. I don't like Gabby. If you go back and watch my videos from last season, I tell everybody I don't like Gabby. I don't care for her. There's a lot of people that don't like Gabby. It's nothing new. But what happened was, spoiler alert, just in case y'all don't know, I don't know if they're going to show this on the show, which they probably won't, but when Gabby and Chris were living together, married, living together, she is claiming online on her social media that Chris was on drugs, and she didn't know it, and that Chris was seeing other women behind her back, which we all suspected. He was talking to another chick while he was in prison. So he got out of prison. If y'all see that last episode, she had his phone bills, and she looking at his calls because she got him the phone, and he was talking to a whole hell of a bunch of people. Now I know some of the people are his family and friends, and you get out of jail and the people are trying to reach out to you and stuff like that. But I know that not everybody was family and friends. Chris, come on now. He talking to some girl named Brittany. You can tell girl Brittany that he was Kiki and Carcon with. That wasn't no friend. She's like, oh, you finna go back to Jersey with Gabby, or you going over there? That was low-key shade. And so God knows how many women Chris is talking to. But again, I have a feeling, and by things I've said here and there, that Gabby knew what kind of person she was getting with before she got with him. I don't know what kind of guys Gabby date, or she like, or she's dated before. I heard that she's dated basketball players and dated whoever woo-woo. As to why she would go from dating basketball players, or supposedly, allegedly, to dating felons is beyond me. So I throw a side eye at that too. I don't think this is Gabby's first rodeo dating bad boys. I think maybe this is the type that she may like, and that's fine. But if you play a stupid game, you end up with a stupid prize. So Gabby and Chris got into it. They have got into a physical altercation on video, and Chris is in jail. He busted out the girl's teeth. He busted her eye socket. She had to have mouth surgery. He beat her up. It's on video. She recorded video, put cameras in the house of this dude whooping her ass. Now, I don't like Gabby, and people like Gabby deserve an ass whoop. She deserve an ass whoop by a female, not by a grown ass man. I'm never gonna condone no dude whooping no chick's ass. I don't care if it's Angela Dean from 90 Day. I don't care if it's Gabby. That's no excuse in a relationship type situation that no man is gonna put his hands on you. So she is saying that she wants off the show. She's saying cut the show off, and I said it in the beginning, I can't believe they put her on the show. She knows she signed contracts and all of that. We all know that. And then Chris's family has come forward and trying to make Gabby out like she was cheating and she's a liar. Okay, video don't lie, boo-boo. I don't care what Chris's family has to say about Gabby. They can reveal all kind of tea. Gabby could be cheating. She could be lying. She could have spent all Chris money. They trying to say Gabby spent all Chris money. She's saying no. Gabby did a whole live for like 30, 40 minutes saying Chris sent his family money, which is I suspected. That they trying to put, that the show and Chris's family trying to put it on her like she spent. I believe Gabby spent up a lot of money, of Chris's money. But I believe that he was taking care of his mama and his sister and his brother. And he was sending them money as well. And they spent up all the money. So Chris got out of jail. He ain't got no money. He got a settlement because he got beat up in jail. And I think he got like $100,000. And he don't have that money. Again, you're in a situation where you're dealing with people that are ill-equipped to deal with anything. I'm not trying to throw nobody under the bus, but again, I come from a hood-ass family. If you give my hood-ass family $20,000, they're going to go to Vegas and they're going to blow the shit too. I wouldn't give my family no money. I give my mama some money to take care of my kids. I don't know if Chris has any kids. I don't think he does. I don't know. But it is what it is. But to sit up here and say that Gabby spent all that money, I'm like, She's saying he gave her $3,000 for the car. That yes, she bought the ring. And that the car that she got, it was just for a down payment. It's not like he bought the whole entire car. And I believe there's some truth to that. Now, whether she's lowballing the figures and the numbers, she might be. But I believe it. And again, with the Gabby and Chris situation, there is no heroes and there's no villains. I've been telling people this. All these people is fucked up. Do I think Chris might be on some kind of drugs? Maybe so. When he was whooping her ass? Probably. Did Chris look like he was on some kind of something? I'm not versed in dope fienddom, but yeah, he kind of looked like, she was saying that he was on something while he was in prison. There are people who do all kinds of drugs in prison. And then he got out of jail and he was hanging out. Chris got out of jail and he wanted to talk to people. He wanted to hang out. He wanted to talk to other females. He wanted to be with Gabby, supposedly. And she held him down for 5 years or whatever. Okay. But from what I've seen from the show, not talking about what people are saying on social media or gossip, from the show, Chris didn't look that serious. He didn't look like he was all in love with Gabby. And Gabby is just toxic and crazy. So Gabby need help and she need to work on her issues and her own life and get her together. Gabby, a wannabe hood chick from around the way. I don't know where she from, but Gabby not about that life to me. This is my opinion. Again, my opinion. She don't seem like the kind of chick that be about that life. She seemed like she bump her guns a lot, and I've learned from experience in almost 50 years that the people who talk a lot of shit are the first people to get their ass whooped. I'm silent. I'm quiet. I'm the one in the back. It's always those quiet ones. And those quiet ones, you pushers, will unleash fury upon you. The quiet ones be trying to burn your house down, honey. The quiet ones that will have your car set on fire. We ain't trying to fight nobody. We ain't trying to ruin our face. We ain't trying to box up with nobody. We be like, okay, yeah, okay. Okay, bitch. Later. I'll see you later. We'll wait till you alone. Wait till your car sitting somewhere and do what we do. It's always the quiet ones. We the sneaky ones. We the ones you got to worry about because the quiet ones are crazy. So Gabby talking all that. Everybody I know that talked all that mess. When push come to shove, but they be the first one to call the popo. The ones that talk be first one trying to call their cousin them to come get you. They be trying to call their sister them. They didn't talk all that mess to you, and then you be like, come on, box up. I'm finna call my mama. I'm finna call my sister. My brother gonna miss. Really? Like, you didn't talk that enough that you finna call your man, your sister, your uncle, your cousin, your mama, your daddy, your dog. The popo. The feds. They finna snitch on you. All of that. Because they scary. They just talk a lot. They just like a dog that bark a lot. But when push come to shove, they be, look what they did to me, mama. They hit me. So Gabby is not about that life. But she want to be about that life, and she trying to represent that life. And that life is not worth representing. It's not. Being a dude, a felon's hood bitch is not a life goal. It's not a relationship goal. It's not something you marry. And, you play a stupid game, you get a stupid prize. I mean, it is what it is. Messing around with dusties and hood dudes or hood chicks or ex-addicts or ex-felons who just got out of prison, who been locked up for a long time. They ain't never lived no life. They still want to hang out in the trap. That's not somebody, you want to spend the rest of your life with if you're 28 years old. Go get your life and find it. Go find somebody that has something going on for them that's not full of drama. But some of these people love the drama. Some men and women love the drama. They love the drama. They love fussing and fighting and arguing because either that's what they experienced at home, that's what they think is cute, that's what they didn't see in movies and TV, and it's not. So Gabby is spilling all the tea, and she's angry at the show. She's breaking all kinds of NDAs, I'm sure. And I'm sure she's not coming back for another season. Chris is in jail. And Chris committed domestic assault on her. And I don't care what Chris' mama and sister and brother and everybody got to say. I saw the videos. You should go see the videos. I will leave links to, according to Amber's stories and Geo. And you will go see if I saw the video. I couldn't watch the video because I felt so bad for her. I felt so bad for her. I'm like, he was wailing on her like she was the dude. He was punching on her like she's the dude from the streets. I mean, we ain't talking about no pushing and slapping. We talking about full-on fist in the punching this girl. I don't condone. No, that's not good. And that's not good. So yes, now Gabby is telling all the tea about Chris's family. She never liked his family from the beginning. We could tell that. But she's saying that Chris's family spent the money. Chris's family's lying on her. That Chris was cheating on her since the beginning. But Gabby was quick to marry Chris. That's on Gabby. She was quick to. That's on Gabby. No matter if she took 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 80,000, it don't matter. She was quick to take this dude money. And she said that she was sending him money in jail too. Which before the settlement, she probably was sending him money. So, really, she just got her money back. I'm sure he been locked up for what? 5 years or whatever? She been talking to him for 5 years? He didn't have a settlement for that long. So I'm sure before the settlement, she was sending him money. So, yeah. I mean, he should have sent her some money. I wasn't mad about that. But, and then she said in the beginning she was sending Chris's family money. She was sending money to his sister and his mama, trying to help his mama out. She should have never did that. I'm not sending your mama money. I'm not sending nobody no money. You in prison, I'm not sending you no money. I may put like $5, $10 here on your books, but Gabby talking about she was sending him $300, $400 a month. I ain't doing that. I don't even do that for my own family members. You go to jail, I holler. I ain't putting money on your books. I may put $10, like I said, $10, $20 in there. You maybe get about $30 a month from me, maybe if I'm feeling generous. But she had a job, and she said she was sending Chris's. She should have never sent Chris's family no money. She should have. She should have just ran away from that. She should have never sent Chris's family no money. So I understand she was trying to help out, and she thought she was gonna be wifey, but that's what's wrong. That's what's wrong with you people. Like I'm not. Like we cool. You talk to somebody in prison and whatever. I don't understand why people talk to people in prison, but anyway. But yeah, Gabby is online spilling the tea, y'all, about and she's going back and forth with Chris's family. And like I said, in this situation, there are no heroes, there are no villains, and no bad people. All these people are bad. I don't like Chris's family. They give me a bad vibe, and of course, everybody know I hate Gabby. I mean, hate is a strong word, but she like Angela. I can't deal with her. I think she's toxic. I think she needs help. I think that she wants to yell and scream and act a fool, and that's just not the way to handle life, boo-boo. So, so that's what's going on with Gabby and Chris, that they having an offline spar down. But again, like I said, Chris is in jail, so there you go. And then the last couple we're going to talk about is Monique and Derek. This is the thriller in Manila. This is the main event. I'm sorry, Derek and Monique. If I may have said Chris and Monique, but no, Derek and Monique. So Derek and Monique are on this season, and Monique is the real big girl, and Chris is the guy who just got out of prison. And they had their first episode. And if y'all haven't watched my live watch and talking about this, please go back and watch it underneath my Love After Lockup playlist. It's on the playlist, or my recent uploaded videos. Or if you subscribe, you know all this, so subscribe. But so Monique and Derek is the biggest thing. So online right now, periodically, Chris's sisters are fighting with Monique online. Apparently, Derek and Monique are still together. I watch the sisters. They do lives from time to time. Again, I will leave links. I will update the video and edit it, and I will add links and social media names, because I didn't know that these people are going on live, going in on Monique, and they are going in on Monique. So Derek, if you watched that episode, or if you may not have watched it at all, Derek has one biological sister, and he also has an older brother who is trans or gay. I don't know if he's trans. I don't know if he's gay. I don't know if what he identifies. He identifies as she. And so this was formerly his brother, is a trans man. No problem, no issues. I don't play that up in here. So the episode where Derek was supposed to meet up with Monique and Monique's sister, apparently there's been a lot of edits. According to the family, Derek's family, that the producers edited out because Monique had another sister there that we have not seen. They said she real big and she got a beard. Look, their words, not mine. But they said she was there, and they actually got into a physical altercation. They don't know if they've edited it out, or they're just going to wait to show it in another episode, because that's what we see. This is what these reality shows do. They edit things out, switch things around, change the timeline. And so they were like, they don't know if it's going to be in another episode, but apparently that's what they got into it with another sister, and they got a physical confrontation that they edited out. And so Monique has been going back and forth hardcore, and the sisters hardcore with Derek's sisters, and they saying that they don't like Monique, they don't trust Monique. They said that they are still together, supposedly. Now they threw some shade and threw some tea in there, saying that they gave hints that Derek may be seeing other women, but they did a whole live talking about Monique and how they don't like her. Now, as to what that they've said to Monique, some people are saying that they said things about her deceased child, which I don't condone or agree with. But Monique has said a lot of homophobic stuff about Derek's trans sister. And and they call Monique fat or whatever, but I'm like, damn, boo, you are fat. Like that's something you can change. But I'm the type of person that if I'm gonna go in at you, please don't get racist and homophobic. Like, you can go in on somebody, you can throw shade, but I don't agree. It'd be like me arguing with a white girl and she up here calling me the N-word. Like, that's just fucked up. That's just something. I've been mad at lots of people. I done got into fights with people, whether they be black, white, Latina, whatever. It never made me go there and call somebody the Latin girl I got into it with. I'm sitting up for to call her a S, a WB. I calling a white girl the C word, or well, you white bitch. I've never done that. Again, this is just me. I've never, God at somebody because they gay or they trans. To me, that's stepping over the line. Now, if y'all want to keep it above the board, especially somebody I'm dating. Now, if it's somebody she just in the streets, I get it. But if you're dating someone's sister or someone's brother and you're calling them the N-word or F or a C or any kind of derogatory word about their gender, sexual orientation, or race, fuck that. So I say this, fuck Monique. Fuck her. That episode that I watched before I knew about any of this gossip, I'm like, there's something not right about her. She's emotionally manipulative or whatever. But sitting there saying that to shit to Derek's trans sister, like, well, you just mad because you ain't got a vagina. What kind of weak back shit is that? You just mad because, well, you not a woman. What? Like, trans people don't care about that. They don't. Nah, man. Nah. I don't do racism, and I don't do homophobia in my house. I've worked with LGBTQA groups. I work with trans people of color. I no, no, I don't do that. You file, and really, to be honest with you, the trans sister look better than Monique. Like, the trans sister is cute. Like, she cute. So she was a bit more put together than Monique was. So the idea that you're gonna go after somebody about that's just stupid and it's low. What else can you say? Oh, you gay? Okay. But I mean, from what I read, Monique was online calling this person all kinds of derogatory F words, and you could be like, well, you know what, you got a penis and da da da. But then calling people F words and the F, I just like, okay, you know, you not a woman, you a man. Well, duh, no shit. I mean, I'm like, that's the obvious. Well, you just mad because you're not a woman and you a F, and what? How would you like somebody to call you an N-word? What if you dating a white man? What if Derek was white and the sisters would be like, well, you fat and you an N? Would that be okay with people? Well, I don't like this person, so I have a right to call them whatever. No, the fuck you don't. Fuck you don't. I mean, not in my mind. You can say whatever you want to say. You have free speech, but people. But I don't feel no sympathy for Monique. There are people online talking, oh, I feel bad for Monique. I don't feel no sympathy for Monique. Monique got issues. And as to what the extent of her and Derek's relationship is right now, again, they sign NDAs and stuff like that. So, people can't really say. But I really don't think her and Derek are even together, really. But yes, it is going crazy online. It's going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. They doing lives. They getting on each other's lives and saying stuff. They getting like people to go on their lives and social media to say stuff. And at the end of the day, with Derek's sisters, that's their family. So, that's their family. And you going in online over some dude that's been in prison? Girl, what? So you fighting with somebody's sisters and making yourself look foolish online over some dude that's in prison that already probably have other females calling his line. He just got out of jail. He already had somebody calling his line. How did they get the number? Then he want to go hang out with his friends. And Derek seemed a little sweet to me. Is it just me? I mean, I'm not trying to, again, I don't like accusing people of having any kind of sexual orientation because that's their business. Whether you gay, bi, straight, whether you like to dabble a little bit. Some of y'all like to dabble. I'm not a dabbler. I'm straight as a board. I'm strictly dickly. But I don't have no issues. I don't throw no shade. But to me, and obviously to some other people, because people have made comments, that Derek seemed a little bit, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not gay. I would love to hear from some people that are gay. But he just seemed a little, like, it wasn't just me. Like, the whole episode I'm going, the interaction with his boys, and his friend came up to the table and he was like, hey, and I was like, snap for the kids? Like, I was like, his mannerisms just changed when he was talking to that dude. Like, he went from like, yeah, baby. Then that dude came up and he was like, oh, hey, hi. And I was like, okay, well, ain't nothing wrong with it. He may like it both. He may like men and women. I like, again, I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to be shocked or judged and amazed by any man or whatever they doing. There's gang members coming out saying that there's hardcore gangbangers that are gay. They coming out the closet. Thank God. I just think everybody need to be who they are. Let their freak flag fly and do them. But I just said from my slight observation, I thought Derek just seemed a bit flamboyant. Like, he just seemed a bit sweet. Like, when he was talking to his friend, he just seemed like, I don't know, it just seemed like his mannerisms have changed. And maybe it's just me. And that's okay if he is. If he like men and women, that's cool with me, bro. Do you? But, it's on and popping online, And I just think at the end of the day, it just makes people look bad. And then I'm suspect. Because a lot of people ain't said nothing to the show air. And yeah, a lot of people don't know what, these people don't see the show ahead of time. So they see the show air and they portray in a certain light and they get mad. Especially in Gabby and Chris's instance. That Gabby don't like the way she has been made out and things have been said. But again, I tell people to take this gossip with a grain of salt and these beefs. I mean, Harry really is in jail, so we got that. Gabby and Chris, there's truth to what they're saying because Chris really is in jail for domestic violence. Um, Monique and Derek and their family situation, everything going on, they really are beefing online. But I just take everything with a grain of salt when it comes to the way that people are acting on social media online about these shows. Because a lot of people, we don't know what kind they trying to get on the second season. They trying to get their own shows. Because I know YouTubers that fake shit and make up things and have these fake beefs because they're trying to get views on their channel, or they on a reality show and they fake fighting with somebody else and they come together and be like, girl or dude, hey, let's say we beefing and this will get more views on the show. So I throw a side eye to all of this. I don't know if the beefing in the internet shit is real. Because people do a lot of strange things. People do a lot of strange shit for a piece of change. People do strange things to try to get on the second season, to try to drum up views. And I ain't mad at them. If I was on these reality shows, I'd be on the internet, I'd be on social media acting a whole fool, acting an ass. So y'all proceed with caution, because we don't know if this is a setup. We don't know if they all got together and this is just fake beefing. We really don't know. Social media, people can be on social media and say and portray, and then behind the closed doors is something completely different. So we don't know if this is all for the show. This is a show, or they doing it because they want to be on another show, or they trying to be on another season. We don't really know. So there's internet beefs. Y'all, internet beefs at any time. Like I said, there's YouTubers that have had fake ass internet beefs. Some of them have been real, but a lot of them have been set up. So, y'all just, keep your eyes open. And just, Monique and Derek stuff, I'm like, y'all just continue to fight. Like I said, I watched like one live. I watched some bloggers' videos, and that was about it. And I'm like, I don't know if this is set up or not. Whatever. Okay, so just take that with a grain of salt. But whatever it is, it got people talking. And so whatever it is, it got people watching. So it's done its due diligence because it got people talking and watching. So those are the 3 items I meant to talk about. And then in conclusion, I would have to say, once I get out the light, I come to the light. But in conclusion, I would just have to say that the thread through all of these is people, men and women, looking for love in all the wrong places. I understand, trust me, that it is hard to find somebody. All these people online who are talking about, well, this person can find somebody, they can find a man or a woman, and they don't have to go through a prison pal or start talking to a dude in prison, or however they found a dude in prison. You could just go out and find somebody. You don't have to go find somebody in another country or whatever. I just tell people it's hard to find somebody. It is not easy. Things have changed in 10 years, 20 years, 15 years, hell, even 5 years, things have changed. That people are out here. There are a lot of single people out here. There are a lot of people who are lonely. There are a lot of people out here who have been in serial toxic relationships and toxic marriages, and they just want somebody to love them. So I understand that people are just looking for love and wherever they can find it. Again, I wouldn't talk to nobody in jail. I'd rather be lonely, destitute, and just be by my damn self, turn into dust before I do it. But again, that's me. Some of these people are not well adjusted. Some of these people are delusional. Some of these people have past traumas, life trauma, childhood trauma, relationship trauma that makes them want to do this. Some of these people just want to be on TV. You got to put that into effect. Some of these people just want to be famous. They just want to be on TV. We've seen it. We've known seasons where people have been on these shows, supposedly dating inmates, and a lot of times you just want to be on TV. You want to sell your brand or whatever it is, your OnlyFans or your real estate business. You just want to be on TV. So that's that. But a lot of these people, are talking to these people for years and years and years because they want somebody to love them. They want somebody that's going to be there. And the person in jail is telling them what they want to hear. And like I said, they're not looking at the pitfalls and pratfalls of any relationship, much less a normal relationship, but one dating somebody incarcerated. So I just have to say that I have sympathy because I understand that it is not hard to find. It's not easy to find somebody. That people think, especially with women. I don't know, what men go through, because I don't know. I'm not a man. But I know as a woman, people think that women it's easy for us to find somebody, and that's not true. If it was that easy, there would be no single women. There are plenty of single women out here. If it was easy for there wouldn't be no single women. There wouldn't be no single men. There would be less people. There are plenty of single women out here. There's plenty of single men. And as I know for women, people think that as a woman that we have all these men in our DMs and we got all this attention. That is a lie that I am trying to slowly but surely dispel because it is a fucking lie. It is a lie that has been perpetuated by men, on social media, by society, and with no evidence back behind it. Yes, there are some women that do get a lot of messages. There are some women out there that do get a lot of attention. It just depends on your lifestyle and what you're doing. It just depends on who you are, your location, your lifestyle, and what you're doing. But the idea that this has been put out there in the ether, that 70-80% of women have, look, just because your sister, look, I'm finna tell y'all something. I'm finna park this car because I'm at my job. Because I'm gonna offend some people, and I'm finna lay it down, especially for you men out there who really think that women, they can just walk in somewhere and get a man. No, we cannot. Like, no. First of all, men don't even approach women these days. Barely. Men don't approach women. Men do not. At least not from where I'm from. It depends on the region as well. I know in the East Coast they're a bit more aggressive. But, men for the most part are not approaching women. It has a lot to do with region. And it just has a lot to do with the society that we live in today. And then somebody had the nerve to tell me, well, women get upset. How are you approaching women? And when I say approaching women, I'm not talking about catcalling like, hey, baby, look at your ass. Hey, I'm not talking about sexual harassment. I'm talking about approaching women. Hey, how you doing? And of course, there's a chance that you're going to be rejected. That's how it was 100 years ago, and that's how it is in 2023. Of course, you're going to get rejected. But men still approach women and courted women since the dawn of time, okay? People have courted each other. And yes, there's a chance that you're going to be rejected. Or she has a man. Or she's married. Okay. And then you just move on. You just like, okay, and move on. But the idea that women get upset. Yeah, they get upset if you're talking about, hey, baby, let me see your tits. Hey, that's a nice ass. No woman wants to be approached on somebody talking about, hey, baby, you look good. Your body is good. Ooh, you're not. Some women may be down for that, but some are not. But let me tell you something. Let me just be honest and be real with y'all right now. Okay. From someone who's had a lot of dating experience, and I've heard this from men, that women can just find men, especially when it comes to online dating, because that's what everybody's doing now. So online dating, where it's at. They like, women got a lot of messages in their DMs, blah, 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 blah. Look, I'm finna tell you something right now, man. Just because your sister or your mama or your ex-girl was a hoe, and she may have entertained lots of men and flirted with lots of men and courted lots of men and had dudes in her DM, because let's just say the bitch was probably sending nudes. Yeah, I'm calling people out. That don't mean that all women have men in their DMs, because men know who to try. So let me say it again. Just because your ex, your mama, your sister, your grandmama, in some cases, was a hoe, and they have a lot of men talking to them, and there's nothing wrong with that. I say hoe in the most respectful way possible because I don't believe in slut shaming people. You do whatever you want to do. But there are women, ladies, we know, that are flirtatious. They talk to a lot of dudes. They are more aggressive. They will be in your man's DM if they find out they on social media. Look, we all know women like this. You know, stealing somebody else's man, that ain't cool. But hey, if you want to date a bunch of men and you flirtation, I'm not shaming that. Look, do you, boo. But the idea that these type of women have become the pattern for the rest of us is ridiculous. So, again, without any evidence or any proof, or you know one or two women, or your ex was like this, suddenly all women, we just having sausages in our faces, dicks is slapping us in the face. I'm telling men, I live this life. I've lived this life all my life, and it has never been like that for me. And men think it is, but it's never been like that for me, boo boo. I don't have men approaching me talking about, ooh, Kiki, oh my God, I don't have men in my DMs. I can let y'all look at my Instagram, my Twitter, my YouTube, my Facebook. I don't have, Miss Kiki don't have nobody in her DMs. The only people in my DMs is like one of my exes. That's it. I don't have rando men going, ooh, let me be with you, girl. And most women that I know of who don't. Married, single, black, white, otherwise. They don't. They don't. I don't know women who are on dating apps who are getting tons and tons of messages. That's another bullshit to run around. When women get so many messages, let me tell you something. If you're on an online dating app and you got and your titties is like this, and you're like that, guess what? Guess how many messages you're gonna get? Tons. There are normal women who don't have titties in their pictures, who are not like this. Just normal women taking normal pictures that don't have a bunch of men messaging them. The women who are out there like that, and a lot of times these are the same women that need money, or they scamming, or they asking for to join they Snapchat or they OnlyFans. A lot of these people are entrepreneurs, and I ain't mad at them. Again, no shade. But the idea that women, we just have all these men, it depends on what you putting out there. If you have it on your profile, you looking for somebody to have fun with in your titties, and you bent over a table with your ass out, do you think you're gonna get lots of messages? Yeah, but not every woman is like that. Not every profile is like that. If you have in your profile, you're looking for somebody to have fun with, guess what? Guess how many messages you're gonna get? Lots. Again, I have to tell men, yes, it's easier for women to fuck. Okay? It is easier for women to find somebody to have sex with. That's if you're not picky. Look, if I wanted to just have sex with anybody, I could just go online and be like, hey, I'm just looking for somebody casual to have fun with. All the men would come. If you didn't care about what the dude looked like, whatever, you just try to have some fun. Even if you did care about what the dude looked like, maybe you want a nice looking guy to have some fun with. I don't have any issues with that, but you would get tons of dudes in the DM. But what gets left out the conversation is there are women out there looking for someone really to be real with them and someone to date. There's some women out there that ain't trying to bust it wide open. So the women who post on their profile, I'm not looking for a friends with benefits or a hookup. How many messages do you think they're getting? I know people don't read profiles, but in that first page, if you put on there, I'm not looking for a hookup or friends with benefits, that's going to cut your messages drastically in half. Drastically. So don't tell me that women get all these messages, and it depends on what you putting out there, boo-boo. If you're 22 years old and you taking sexually suggestive pictures, you looking cute, you got a little fit dress on, you know, if you putting, I'm just looking for something casual, I'm just looking for somebody to have fun with, you're going to get tons of messages. But take that same person with them same pictures and have them put on there, I'm not looking for friends with benefits. I'm not looking for sex. And you see that you're not gonna get that many messages. Because most of the people on these on these online datings are looking for somebody to have sex with. A lot of these men are married. A lot of these men are cheating. A lot of these men have 2 and 3 other women talking to. A lot of these men are just looking to score. And so, yeah, you will get tons of messages, but then it depends on what are you looking for. If you're in your 20s, you gonna get tons of messages anyway, just because you're young. If you're attractive, you're gonna get messages if you're young and attractive. And then if you're young and attractive, you got these cute little pictures, and then on top of that, you saying, "Oh, I just want to have fun." You're gonna get tons of messages. So people are taking women like this and they're getting tons of messages. Those kind of women are. Women like me are not. I'm not here for the shits. And men know it. They'll talk to you and they be like, "Oh, I'm not looking for sex either." Blah, 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 blah. The next thing you know, all they do is talking about your body and how good you look. But next, don't try that. Don't try me. So yes, it's hard to find somebody. Even as a woman, it's hard to find somebody. We need to dispel these myths that women have it easier in dating. We do not. A lot of us women are single mothers. So it's harder to date typically when you're a single mother. It's harder to find somebody when you're a single mother. And single mothers come in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, all ages and races. Not just black women, not just white women, not Hispanic women. We're all of it out there. So you have that factor. You have responsibilities and obligations. And so you don't have a lot of time. You have a job to work, school to go. Maybe you're in college. So the idea that, okay, women got it easier in dating, I've never seen that. I have several single friends of different races, and they all are having issues finding someone. And these are all attractive, put together, educated women who have a hard time going online dating and finding people. So I know if these women have a hard time, then I know women like Monique is going to have a serious hard time finding someone. I know women like Kimberly from 90 Day is going to have a serious hard time. I know Angela is going to have a serious hard time. These women are not overtly beautiful and gorgeous, but when you're dating these days, that's the first thing that people see. I mean, let's just keep it real. That's the first thing that people see is what you look like. And so you got to have that first. Then it depends on what they're looking for. If you're not looking for somebody to run through you, then it's gonna be harder. If that's what you're looking for, then yeah, it's gonna be easier. So it's based on the situation. Then also depending on where you're at, what demographics of where you're at, all of that matters when it comes to dating. And then a lot of people don't have patience and time. We live in a society where everything is quick, 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 quick. Go, 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 go. Nobody wants to take time to get to know somebody and when you're dating someone in prison or dating someone that is in another country, you have time to write letters and do video chat and talk. Because all y'all doing is talking. All y'all doing is writing letters. All y'all doing is getting to know somebody. But when you're out here in the real world and you're dating someone, you're going out on dates, you're meeting a person, you're falling in with this person. Sometimes, you don't mesh, you don't vibe when y'all meet in person, so you go back to the drawing board. Sometimes you with somebody and realize that they're not taking the time that they should. They dating you and other women. All of that goes into a factor of dating somebody that's not incarcerated and that not in another country. So again, I get it, boo. I get it. I understand. Your girl, I understand how hard it is to meet somebody and date somebody. And I understand especially when you have children. Like Justine, a single mother. She got 3 kids. I get it. She got 3 kids and 2, fathers of her children, I think. At least 2. And I understand, Justine. I understand. It's hard to find somebody. And then you're working. Then you got kids. And then, then you talk to this dude that's incarcerated. He's talking about he wants to take care of your kids. And he wants to be with you and your children. And there are men out here that ain't about that. You know what I'm saying? There are men out here who are like, I don't want a woman with kids and blah, 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 blah. So I get it. I understand Monique being a big girl. And hard to find somebody being a big, big girl. I get it. It's hard. It's hard out here. So again, I get it. It's hard, you know, dating somebody, and just, period. So, a lot of people go to extreme, or what I would consider extreme lengths to find somebody. But a lot of people have unresolved issues, emotional baggage from other relationships that are not resolving. And I just see that in a lot of these shows that people don't recognize, but I recognize it. I see that people have unresolved addictions, unresolved hurt and trauma, unresolved baggage from their childhood, baggage from their relationships, how they may have been cheated on and lied to in their previous marriages, and they not healing from that, or say that they heal, but then they bring it into their next relationship. They bring those same attitudes and jealousies into into their current relationship. So I just have to say that, and then people are doing drama on the internet and putting their business out there on social media. That's not cool. I don't care what people want to do it for a check or for a show. I'm not finna lower my dignity and have people that I work with looking at me arguing with somebody and cussing somebody out and calling somebody derogative name, because shit like that'll get you fired. Monique. Shit like that would have had me fired. I can't be online calling people derogative names like homophobic slurs and shit like that. Shit like that to get you fired. Anybody. So you can fuck around and find out if you want to. But that's not something I would suggest doing. And then on top of that, I'm grown. I'm not finna fight nobody's brothers or sisters or cousins or aunties or whatever over no dude. I'm gonna make my social media private. I'm not gonna say shit. I'm just gonna stay in my lane. Monique agreed to be on the show. Gabby and Chris agreed to be on the show. They agreed to be on the show. So what am I sympathetic over? You agreed to be on the show. You agreed to have people scrutinizing you, looking at you, calling you names, and then now you can't handle it? Gabby, this is her second season. You didn't hear what people said last season about you, Gabby? You didn't know Chris's family was gonna drag you for filth? Now you're like, oh my God, they lying on me. They was talking the first season of Love During Lockup. So now it's a problem now? So now you want to jump on social media and be like, well, this happened and that happened and da-da-da-da-da. Let me set the record straight. I don't want to be on this show. You signed the contract. You signed the NDA. You see how you looked the first season, how people dragged you and didn't like you. So what would you think you were going to do? You're going to be likable on this season? You are who you are, and just deal with it. Chris's family, that's the man you got involved with. So again, if it's an issue, then you go private, you seal up your social media, and you shut the fuck up. Problem solved. Put my shit on private. I'm not talking to nobody. I'm not going live. I'm not explaining shit. It is what it is. His ass is in jail. Make one statement, post that statement on all your social medias, and be like, I'm not talking about this shit no more. Y'all watch the show. Have a good day. Some people have done that. But you have in this day and age where people can't shut the fuck up. People can't shut up. You know? I'm not out there trying to put my business on social media. I'm not like, oh, this is my relationship and this is what happened and did. Be young people today don't know how to shut up. You just shut up and move on. And then they get mad because people are dragging them and people are saying things. And I don't have to defend myself for nobody. I don't feel the need to defend myself against nobody, anybody, nothing. Okay, I did this, I did that. Yeah, I sure did that. Yeah, I use him for his money. Yeah, I'm fat. Yeah, sisters, I'm fat. I just shut down my page, block them, and just move on. Like I said, so the fact that people can't do that has me throwing a side eye as to what people feed into the nonsense and what the producers are telling them behind the scenes, that y'all need to go on the internet and defend yourself. You need to go on the internet and social media and say something. And we don't know what the producers are saying to them to drum up shit for the show. And this always happens when the show starts. There seems like somebody gets on social media and start drumming up shit. So I feel like a lot of this is just contrived. A lot of this is just because Yeah, some people do feel the need to defend themselves because they look bad on the show. But I think a lot of this is just the producers, and they know what the game is, and they're trying to get on another season. They trying to drum up drama for the show, and they trying to build them some sort of persona so they can get back on the show again and be like Ed and be on 10 seasons, even though shit ain't got nothing to do with Ed. But people love to hate Ed, and so they keep putting him on. So people love to hate you like Angela and Ed. They keep putting you on the show. You know, if you toxic, they'll keep putting, let Gabby go find another dude in prison. They'll keep putting her ass on the show. And she knows this, and everybody knows this. The more toxic and crazy you are, and the more drama you can start, the more they're going to put you on the show. So I just tell everybody, that's the gossip. That's my thoughts. And then, if y'all single out there, take your time. Take your time and find somebody that really cares about you, really loves you, really wants to be with you. And stop looking for love in the wrong places. And then, pay attention to the red flags, your personal red flags, and then red flags. Because there's red flags like substance abuse, cheating, lying, not having his life together, he or she having their life together. Those are red flags. But there are other red flags out there as well, personal red flags. Maybe there's certain things you don't like. I want a man to do this. I want a man to do that. I want a woman to do this. I want a woman to not to do that. And you see that person's not doing that. You can talk to them. You can give them a chance, give them a little bit of time. But after a couple of months, if you see that the people are displaying behaviors or doing things that you don't like, or they're doing something that you're like, I don't really vibe with that, then we not for everybody. I keep telling everybody the motto for 2023 is that we not for everybody. I'm not for everybody. People could like how I look. They like how I talk. They like my intelligence. They like the fact that I'm independent. I have my own businesses. I got things going on. That all looks good in writing and on paper. But personality, we may not vibe. Bitch, I'm passive. I'm standoffish. I'm not romantic. I'm not affectionate. That may not vibe for you. So I may have everything that you've looked for in a woman, but then my love language and my personality may not be for you. It may not. It may be a no for you. You maybe need a more aggressive woman. That's okay. It doesn't make me a villain. It doesn't make you a villain. So I tell people that you got to understand that what you want in a partner, and go find that. And everybody is not going to check all your boxes. They're not going to do everything that you want them to do. And there may be some things you got to compromise on, but you have to figure that out on yourself. I can't tell you what you can compromise on. I know what I can in my relationships and what I do and don't like, but you have to make a list, even if you got to write it down about what you do. And there's so many people running around in relationships and they don't even know what they like. They just looking at, he look good, he got a car, he got a house, he take care of his kids. Oh, I'm finna get with that dude. He may be boring, he may be a homebody, you may be active. Or vice versa. He may be wanting to travel, you may be like, I'm not into that. He may be very standoffish and not very passive, and you want a more aggressive man. So again, there's more than just having a car and being an adult and having this and financial things, or him being responsible. That's all, taking care of his kids. Those are all lovely things. But at the end of the day, their personality and their style and their way of living has to match with yours at the end of the day. And I think too many people ignore that and look over that. And then you got to see what kind of relationships have they had in the past. What kind of women have they dated? People overlook that too. What kind of men have they dated? What kind of women have they dated? If they've all dated bad boy, and then here you come and you're an investment banker, whole shit. Okay, so why are you attracted to me again? Like, why are we together? Because every person you've dated has been toxic, has been crazy, has been a dusty. And then here I am, I'm not a dusty, and you trying to date me. Why? Why? Are you looking for me for a come up? Are you really trying to change your life? Or are you just dabbling with me because it's something to do? That's another thing. Patterns of relationships. What kind of women have they been with? Have they been with women who are scrubs? I had to take care of this woman and that woman. And then they meet you, and maybe they figure like, you're easier. She's independent. I ain't got to do much for her like these other chicks I had to do. You get men who on that shit. And so here you, independent, ready, open for love. But then the man figure like, well, I ain't got to really try with her because she got her own house, her own car. I've dated men like that. Every woman they've been with, they done took care of, except for me. Oh, she got it. She all right. She's not mentally unstable. She's not emotionally unstable. She's very independent. So I can just date her and do whatever woo 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 woo. That's my issue. That's my personal problem with relationships and men. They figure like she got it. I don't have to try as hard with her. I don't have to take care of her. I don't have to take her places and buy her things and do things for her because Kiki got it. She got her own shit. So that means I can just step back and not do anything. So it's a double-edged sword. It goes both ways. And then you have to let a motherfucker know you got me fucked up, okay? But that's the attitude I deal with men folks is I don't have to try as hard with her because she's not as needy. I'm not emotionally needy. Oh, well, I ain't got to call her as much because she's not going to be up my ass. I'm not going to be up nobody's ass. I'm not going to cuss you out. That's not me. I'm not going to do stunts and tricks and flips and back bends and be like, why have you called me? Who are you with? Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Let me see your phone. I'm not that way. But I know men who date women like that, like Angela. And so when they date a woman like me, I get the short end of the stick because I'm not toxic and I'm not crazy and I'm not questioning them all the time and asking them for things all the time because they used to a woman being very needy. And I'm not a needy woman. And so when you meet a woman who's not needy, you like, I got it made. I don't have to do anything for her. She's not going to ask. She's not going to beg. She's not going to nag me. I got it made. But that's not the attitude that I want in a man. I want a man who's more proactive and more aggressive and more like, I appreciate this woman. And even though she's not begging me and asking me and up my ass 24 hours a day, I still realize that she needs time and attention, and she needs my time and attention, and be self-aware. I like a man with a decent sense of self-awareness. And there are people out there who are not very self-aware. There are people out there who are very self-absorbed, very selfish, and they want to do them. So that some women, they okay with that. Some women are not. So you have to figure out what works for you. And then, move accordingly. And just because a person is stable and they tick a certain boxes financially doesn't mean emotionally and mentally that they are your type of person. And I had to learn that the hard way. I've dated plenty of dudes I've dated dudes who had money, who come from good family. Rich. We talking about rich families in Texas, oil families. I dated dudes that ticked all the boxes. Girl, he got a nice house. He got 2 cars. He's family like me. All of that. The dude was an asshole. He was a jerk. He was materialistic. That don't work well with me. He was all about name brand and labels and Gucci and Prada. And why aren't you wearing this and why aren't you wearing that? I don't care about labels. What? Do you care about that? And we got to keep up appearances. And we got, okay, that's not for me. I know you good looking and you got it going on and you got all that. But baby, I'm not, that's not me. I'm not Miss Girly Bougie Bougie. He wanted girly bougie bougie. He married girly bougie bougie. Because that's the type of woman that he should have been with. Me, down-to-earth Kiki, who want to wear some basketball shorts and a jersey, that wasn't working for him. Who don't get her nails done and don't wear makeup 24/7. He wanted Instagram model who's always put together, got makeup on, hair laid to the gods and all that, and edges. I'm not that girl. So no matter how good looking he was and how much money he had and how much he liked me and wanted to buy me things and spend money on me, at the end of the day, I'm just like, okay, we were together. I'm just sitting there like this. Okay. Like it was a no for me. It was not a mental and emotional connection for me. So like I said, people thought I was crazy, but I'm like, I can't be with somebody where I got to keep up appearances 24 hours a day because that's not my comfort zone. That's just not me. I'm just Kiki from around the way. Like I'm not, I got to wear Prada. I got to have a Prada bag and a Gucci bag. And I got to have my hair like this. And, oh, my God, my nails have to be done all the time. And, oh, my God, honey, did you see this on TV? Did you see that this new gallery is opening? And, like, he wanted that kind of socialite kind of girl. And, and, yeah, other than, we had other things in common. But just for him to be with somebody permanently, he just needed somebody that was more like him in that way. And so I tell people, go find your tribe. Go find somebody that vibes with you. And once y'all vibe, you'll know it, and give it time. Take time and take your time. So, anyway, that's my video. That's my life lesson for today. Y'all have a great day. I thank everybody that came in here. Make sure you thumbs up and like the video. Y'all listen to me ramble on long enough. But I love you guys. You guys have a good day. I have to get my day started. I have to be here at work. And I'm gonna go see Megan tonight. So I will do a video tomorrow about Megan. Cause I'm anxious to see Megan. My sister-in-law is not, but you know, she a hater. But I'm going to see Megan tonight, and I'll do a video on my review of what I thought about Megan and my girl Megan. I call her my girl Megan already. But anyway, y'all have a good day. Have a wonderful Tuesday. Have a wonderful 2023. And I'm out. Peace. Deuces. Deuce.